Hi guys, so we're now at that time of the year where it's starting to get cool and damp and we're going to get frost very soon, and you've got any root crops still stuck in the ground, now is the perfect time to store them to sustain your food for over winter, and then you're still being able to pick, beetroots, celeriac, carrots, pulling them out of your sand storage or out of your mud mound, which is an old Victorian technique, and obviously the sand storage is an adaptation of the old Victorian mud mounds. So I will stick a diagram up of the Victorian mud mounds for you. Really simple, easy idea, fantastic if you've got an allotment. It uses a bit of ground as well, so obviously your weeds aren't going to grow, and you've got a little bit, you add straw in there, so that will sort of work as your composting for the springtime when you've removed all of your carrots or your beetroot or whatever you decide to sand store. So I have done a video on sand storage previously, so if you want to know the details for that, just hook onto that video and that will take you through that, and I will give you a quick sort of pan of what I'm doing right now. So this is the stock that I've got that I want to sand store. So these are actually the last of the carrots that I've dug up, and this is some of the beetroot. I have more to do for later, but all you want to do is harvest your crop and then cut off. You don't really want more than an inch of greenery on the top, and that is good to go. So all I've done there is, in the buckets, I've just put my water onto a high fast jet just to get the majority of the dirt off, because obviously the last thing you want to do is pull your crops out of sand storage and then have to wash all the dirt off them again. And also as well, you're then able to check that your crops have no holes or been eaten or damaged in any way, because if you store an eaten or damaged root crop, you will find that it will rot off, and then the moisture that leaves in the sand, then the rest of the crop will just rot off in your box, and you'll be very disappointed when you come to harvest your carrots for your roast dinner on a Sunday and you find that the whole lot has been rotted and it's all mushy and it smells and it's not very nice to have to deal with, which I've done on a couple of occasions. So it is worth, once you do sand store your crops, every now and again just go through and check. And obviously if you see something on the side of, especially if you've got the clear plastic boxes, you see something that looks a little bit unpleasant in there, you might want to hoik it out and deal with that and make sure the rest of your crop's good. So this is now ready for sand storage. The kiln dried sand will be quite dry, but because if you get these into sand storage reasonably quick, the root crops are quite damp from where I've washed them off, and that should be enough to see them through the winter, because the sand doesn't want to be too dry, but nor does it want to be sopping wet, because obviously that will aid your rotting of your crops. Another helpful tip would be, when you're going through your root crops, as you find your damaged or half-eaten carrots that are still perfectly fine to use within your food, but you don't quite have enough time at the moment to deal with them, to blanch them, or to use them in whatever cooking or preserving that you decide that you want to do, you can sand store them, but very short term. I wouldn't do it for any more than a couple of weeks. And then that just gives you the opportunity to look at recipes or decide that what you want to do with your crops. So out of this, there will be some wastage that I'll have to deal with. I'll either put them in a separate box with a note on the top, written in a pen, just saying it needs to be used up ASAP, and get that done within, use the crops up within a couple of weeks, and you're good to go. So these are the boxes that I have for my sand storage. They are 35 litres, so they're easy to manage, because if you've ever lifted sand in your life, it is extremely heavy, and especially when you've got a crop in there as well. So they're easy to manage. I'm going to take these down to the fridge, so I fill them up down by the fridge area so it's less moving around and less back problems for me. These are on a special offer at the moment at Wicks's, so you can always run down there, grab some, and they will also do your kiln dried sand. So if you need to store your root crops, then Wicks's is the place to go.